Welcome back. Let's strengthen and tone our glutes today. We're going to begin lying down. Let's make sure the spine is straight. You can have the arms relaxed at your sides, palms turned up or down, whatever is the most comfortable for your shoulders. Make sure your knees and your feet are the same width. From this position, the flat back, just start by tilting your tailbone, pressing down into your heels. Tilting the tailbone under will barely hover your hips off the ground. That's it. We're going to hold this here to start to charge up those glute muscles, that gluteus maximus, the biggest muscle in your body. Slowly release. Once those hips touch, we're going to slowly go a little bit higher. First, again, we're tucking that tailbone under. The low back is still touching the ground. You're exhaling to lift it a little bit higher. Maybe you're halfway up. Again, shoulders are relaxing. Those feet are grounding. Your tailbone is tucking. And your gluteus maximus is engaging. One more big deep breath as we slowly release. Again, we're going to build up a level higher to the third level, to the highest level, pressing down into those heels, tucking that tailbone under, engaging the glutes to help open up through the front of your body, right? All that sitting we do. We want to make sure we're opening up and improving our posture by strengthening and toning our glutes. One more big, deep breath. Slowly releasing. Excellent. Now that we've found the height that works for us, we're going to move with our breath. As you exhale, tuck that tailbone under like a wave. Your hips lift to the top position. Inhale, slowly lowering down. Continue. Breathing out to tuck that tailbone under, to peel the hips off the ground, to stretch into the front of the thighs, and slowly releasing those hips down. We're not only strengthening the glutes to tone them up, to make them look nicer, but we're also stretching the front of the body to again improve our posture. Two more big deep breaths. Exhaling, tucking that tailbone under to stretch into the front of your body. Inhaling to lower. One more big deep breath. Exhaling. We're also strengthening and toning our core here. And inhaling, slowly releasing. We're going to kick it up a notch. That right ankle will come on top of your left foot, left thigh. Your right ankle will come on top of your left thigh. As you exhale, you're tucking that tailbone under, grounding that left foot to help you to stretch into the front, and inhaling, slowly releasing. By driving through that heel, you're exhaling to lift those hips up. You're stretching again into the front of the body, into that single glute, and inhaling to lower down. Three more. Breathing out. In this shape of your leg, you're actually stretching that inner thigh and toning the glute in a different way. And inhaling down. Two more. Breathing out. We're really strengthening that left glute because that left glute is lifting your hips, both hips. One more. Exhaling, driving through the heel to stretch and strengthen. And inhaling, lowering. Great. Let's charge up, tone up the other glute, switching the cross of your leg. So now your left ankle is on top of your right thigh. Let's ground those shoulders. Remember that posture. Breathe out to tuck that tailbone under and tone and strengthen that right glute. Inhaling, lowering. Four more. Breathing out, strengthening one side to balance out our leg muscles, and inhaling down. Three more. Exhaling, tucking that tailbone under. It's good to split up and do one side and then the other to make sure they're working equally together. Inhaling down. Last two. Exhaling. Remember, you want to exhale strongly to not only train your glutes, but also tone and train your core muscles to get into the shape that you want them to be in. Last one, breathing out to drive through those heels, to stretch to the front of the hips and strengthen your glute as you inhale to slowly lower. Great job. From here, we're going to strengthen and lengthen those legs. As you lengthen the legs, squeeze those thighs together. As you squeeze those thighs together, try to feel your glutes flex. You see how the front of the hips open up? As you exhale, slowly release. And we're going to hug the knees in to again give a little release into the back. And then we'll roll onto our left side. I'm going to face you. As you roll onto your side, let's prop ourselves up onto our forearm, onto our elbows. Make sure your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder, not too far away, not too close. As we prepare to strengthen our glute medius, the outside of the glute. On our backs, we strengthen the glute max. Now let's strengthen the glute medius. We'll assist with that right hand grounding. So as you assist with that right hand grounding, we're going to exhale, push into your legs to lift your hips off the ground. Doesn't even have to be high. Just enough to where you'll feel the outer glute hovering your hips. Slowly inhaling down, keeping that neck long. If you need some cushion for the elbow, add a pillow or roll up your mat. As you exhale, feel the core tighten. Feel those legs push down to train and strengthen and tone that outer glute. And as we hold this, I want you to keep lengthening and thinking about how toned and how strong your glutes are going to be after this. From here, slowly releasing. One more time. With our 10-second holds, we're building up to a 30-second side plank. And again, feel the obliques and your outer glutes strengthening and toning to help lengthen your spine and give you better posture for one more big, deep breath. Slowly releasing. We're going to switch sides. You might just roll over to the other side. I'm going to flip around so I can still see you. From here, again, make sure that elbow is underneath your shoulders. That left hand is underneath your torso for some stability. Your knees are bent 90 degrees. We're going to push into those knees to help train that outer glute. As you train that outer glute, spine is long. Beautiful posture so that we're nice and tall after we've strengthened those glute muscles, those hip muscles. For one more big deep breath on this side. Slowly releasing. 2 more times. Breathing out. Pressing into those outer legs to help strengthen those outer glutes and lengthen the neck for one more big deep breath. Slowly releasing down. All right. Last time. Breathing out. Pressing down into those legs. Feel that outer glute getting stronger, getting more toned for one more big, deep breath as we slowly release. All right, I'm going to flip around again. We're going to find our left elbow underneath the shoulders again. This time, we're bringing our right foot down and strengthening and lengthening our left leg, our bottom leg. Keeping that beautiful posture. Let's strengthen that outer glute to also protect our lower back. So strong glutes, strong backs. As you exhale, you're pressing down into that right hand, pressing down into that right foot, pressing down into that left elbow to maybe hover those hips. Doesn't have to be too high, just enough to feel that outer glute getting stronger. For one more big deep breath. Wonderful. Slowly releasing. It's okay if you need to take a break and come back into it during those 10 seconds. But let's get ready for those last 2. Let's get ready for those last 2. Exhaling, strengthening your core. to hover those hips. Again, it's okay if you just come up for 1 second. We're building it up. We're strengthening. We're lengthening. And then slowly release on that next exhale. Great. Last time. This is it. We're building up. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, feel that core tighten. Press into those legs to feel those hips tightening up and strengthening and toning. One more big deep breath. Wonderful. We're finishing up. Last time on this side. I'm going to flip around so I can still see you toning those glutes. Elbow under the shoulder. Left hand on the mat. Left foot grounded. Nice long neck as you press down into that right leg to strengthen the right leg. Holding this. One more big deep breath. Slowly releasing. 2 more times. Long spine. Exhaling, pressing into that outer leg to strengthen those hips and glutes. Again, strong glutes, strong back, strong core, strong posture. As we release, good. This is going to make us sit nice and tall in our chairs, nice and tall as we sit in our cars. One more big deep breath. Exhaling to strengthen those outer glutes, the glute medius. Excellent. Long spine. Finishing up for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling to release. Wonderful. Great job today. If you want to continue to strengthen your glutes, check out this video. Thank you for being here. My name is Jason, and I'll see you next time.